Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0462 indicates an issue with the fuel level sensor, which is also referred to as the fuel gauge sending unit, within the Honda Accord models from 2012 to 2017. This sensor plays a crucial role in measuring the quantity of fuel in the tank by converting mechanical movement from a float into electrical signals. These signals are sent to the gauge control module, which processes the information and forwards it to the powertrain control module, PCM, via the controller area network, CAN. If the PCM detects that the signal falls below a predetermined threshold for a duration of at least 5 seconds, it stores the P0462 code. Understanding the function and location of this component is vital in troubleshooting the error, as it is integrated into the fuel pump and resides inside the fuel tank, making access to it more challenging. In summary, DTC P0462 presents a challenge that can compromise the reliability of the fuel level sensor in the Honda Accord. Understanding the symptoms, such as inaccurate fuel gauge readings and the absence of the malfunction indicator lamp, is essential for effective diagnosis. Thorough testing of the sensor and its associated wiring and connections can lead to pinpointing the exact malfunctions. Importantly, maintaining preventive measures, such as regular inspections and updates, is fundamental to keeping the fuel system functioning properly. Addressing the P0462 code effectively ensures that drivers maintain clarity regarding fuel levels, ultimately contributing to a safer driving experience. The fuel level sensor, or fuel gauge sending unit, is integrated into the fuel pump assembly located in the fuel tank of the Honda Accord. This sensor functions by utilizing a potentiometer, which varies its electrical output based on the position of the float that moves with the fuel level. When the fuel is low, the float descends, and the corresponding decrease in output voltage signals that the fuel level is below a certain threshold. In a properly functioning system, this information is relayed to the gauge control module and then to the PCM via the CAN network for accurate fuel level readings. If the sensor's output voltage is detected to be 0.10 volts or less for more than 5 seconds, the DTC P0462 will be triggered, indicating a malfunction in the circuit. This can lead to inaccurate fuel gauge readings and inconvenience for the driver. The P0462 error may stem from multiple potential causes. One likely issue could be a short circuit in the fuel level sensor output line, specifically the fuel gauge plus line, leading to erroneous low voltage readings. Alternatively, the fuel level sensor itself may be malfunctioning due to internal failure or wear, resulting in inaccurate output signals. Another aspect to consider is the internal circuit within the gauge control module. If it fails, it may not process the signals correctly, contributing to the error code. Lastly, the powertrain control module, PCM, can also experience internal circuit failures, which complicate the accurate interpretation of sensor data. It is crucial to assess each of these possibilities systematically to identify the root of the issue. When the P0462 DTC is present, it may lead to several noticeable symptoms that can aid in diagnosis. Primarily, the fuel gauge may display incorrect fuel levels, which can cause confusion for the driver regarding the remaining fuel, potentially leading to running out of gas unexpectedly. Since the check engine light, or malfunction indicator lamp, MIL, does not illuminate for this error, it may require access to a diagnostic scanner to identify the underlying issue directly. Additionally, the fuel gauge may become stuck or unresponsive, not moving despite changes in fuel levels. These symptoms necessitate immediate attention to ensure safe operation and prevent further complications with the fuel system. In the first troubleshooting step for DTC P0462, it's essential to verify the main power supply to ensure the fuel level sensor is receiving adequate voltage. Begin by measuring the vehicle's battery voltage, which should not drop below the 10.0 volts minimum threshold for proper operation. Next, confirm that the ignition switch is in the on position, as the sensor will only function when the vehicle is powered on. Without the correct power conditions, the sensor cannot operate as expected, potentially leading to low voltage readings. Understanding the significance of these parameters lays the foundational checks necessary before delving deeper into the sensor's functionality. In the second step, attention shifts to the fuel level sensor itself, which is integral to this diagnosis. Carefully inspect the sensor for any visible signs of damage, such as cracks, corrosion, or disconnections. These physical defects can cause the sensor to fail, resulting in incorrect voltage readings. Additionally, it is crucial to examine all wiring connections leading to and from the sensor to ensure they are secure and intact. Faulty wires or poorly connected terminals can lead to signal interruptions or shorts that contribute to the low voltage scenario indicated by the P0462 code. A thorough examination at this stage can save time in the broader diagnostic process. The third troubleshooting step involves testing the output voltage of the fuel level sensor using a multimeter. This step is vital, as it verifies whether the sensor generates voltage within the expected specifications. Connect the multimeter to the appropriate terminals of the sensor, ensuring good connections for accurate readings. Once set up, observe the voltage output while the float moves through its full range of motion. The voltage should vary consistently based on fuel levels. If the output remains consistently low or does not align with the specified range, it suggests a faulty sensor that needs replacement. This thorough testing provides clarity on the sensor's functionality and determines the next course of action. After repairs have been conducted based on the findings from the previous troubleshooting steps, it is essential to carry out a final verification process to confirm the resolution of the DTC P0462. Begin by clearing all stored diagnostic trouble codes from the PCM using a scan tool or by disconnecting the battery momentarily. Following this, conduct a test drive of the vehicle to ensure that the PCM performs a complete drive cycle while monitoring for any signs of the fuel gauge reading accurately. During this period, pay close attention to any fluctuations or abnormalities in the fuel gauge operation. If no codes reappear and the gauge functions correctly, this indicates a successful repair of the issue. Preventive maintenance is key in ensuring that the fuel level sensor and the related systems continue to operate efficiently, preventing DTC P0462 from recurring. Regularly checking the condition of the fuel system, including ensuring there are no leaks, can help maintain optimal function. Additionally, inspect electrical connectors and wiring harnesses periodically for signs of wear or damage. Reactive maintenance is typically more costly and time-consuming. Keeping the vehicle software updated is also crucial, since manufacturers often release updates that improve functionality and resolve known issues. Proactive attention to these detail-oriented tasks will prolong the lifespan of the fuel system components. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!